All right, so we're going to take a look at OutfitterGearlist.com, the functionality from an outfitter's perspective. So I guess we'll start by setting up a new Outfitter account. We're going to click on this orange button up in the top right, Outfitters. Get us to a page here that explains why you'd want to become an outfitter, maybe a little bit about the reward system, etc. You've got a chance to log in here in case you've already got an account and you just want to skip by all this. Once you've logged in, you should remain logged in until you've logged out explicitly. Um, Here's the sign up form. We'll go ahead and fill this out here. Our dummy outfitter name. And we've got a fake password of ASDF, capital ASDF, 123. See if I can type that the same twice. Yep. We'll go ahead and use John Doe again down here. A fake address. In a real city. Rewards payout, we'll just keep that and keep accruing, but we can choose to have that automatic biannual payment. We'll set that up later. Um, I'll agree to the terms and conditions. I'll go ahead and sign up. Setting up my account now. All right, cool. So that just got us right to the dashboard. You should have also received an email at the email I just used to set up this profile. And it should give you a link to this page as well as show you your username that you signed up with, just in case you forget that. Your username is your email address, so hopefully you don't forget that. Let's take a quick look at this page. We've got, looks like a blank spot here where we've got a chance to upload our logo, an edit profile button, which gives us a chance to update some information about our outfitting company here. We've got an optional description, an email address. Maybe we want to be contacted at info@clarkforkadventures.com. Maybe my phone number is 406 fake 5555. It's all kind of made up here, but we've also got maybe www.clarkforkadventures.com. We can modify our rewards payout here, and it'll come into play more later. We can go ahead and save that information, and you'll see it show up over here. Um, there is some other functionality here, so we can click on this to upload a new logo. I'll go ahead and do that. We've got an example file saved. I'll drag it from my desktop somewhere else on the screen right here into that little window, and as long as the file's underneath under 1 MB here, and you can see ours is 82 kilobytes, then it should upload just fine. I'll click that save button. There we go. So we've got a new logo right there. We can close this by clicking save, and we'll see our new logo right here. One of the other features here is we've got a counter for your rewards, and this will tell you how many people have basically used your list to purchase items and then given you the credit for them looking at the list. So that's there. We might get into that a little bit later. We've got a view my profile link, which opens up your profile in a new window. So you can see you've already got a URL here on the website /outfitter/ClarkForkAdventures, and it's kind of just your public profile. Uses the logo we just uploaded, the contact information we just entered, and once you've got some lists, it'll show the users the list you've got available. We'll go ahead and close that and get started by making a new list. So we'll click this create new list button here. All right, so a window pops up to kind of walk us through and help us out a little bit along the way to creating this new list. So we'll go ahead and start by calling it Western Montana, rifle hunt. We'll go with that. Click next. And we've got a chance to assign some categories. We've got activities, locations, and species. And this will just help users later on find this list a little bit easier. If you put it under the right categories and people try and use those to search, yours might just fit the right criteria and show up for them. So for activities, let's use rifle hunting. So we'll stick with that one. Everything else seems not applicable. Locations, well, let's see. In the list, we've got Montana and Idaho. Those seem promising. And species, well, let's just choose the elk and deer for now. So we've got mule deer, we've got, search white-tailed deer, and we'll stick with that. You can choose up to 3 here, but later on you can choose more. So we'll choose next on that. And you've got the ability to either start with a blank slate or a template. Let's look at template real quick. It'll give you the chance to use either of these two starting points to create your list. So if you wanted to use the Montana Archery Elk list as a starting point, we can even look at this list and see what's on it. If you wanted to duplicate all of these items onto your list, just choose this as a template. You'll see that there's 50 items on this list, so that's a pretty good starting point. Lots of things to choose from. A great place to start from. We're not going to do that, though, just for the sake of brevity here, so we'll keep it a little bit smaller than those lists. That's a really nice option, though, if you just kind of want to start somewhere without having to input a bunch of items. But we're going to choose blank, and we're going to say next. And it'll make us confirm our details. So we definitely called it that. And these are the categories that we have assigned it to. So I'll click finish. It's making the list, and then it's sending us to the new list. All right, here we go. So it looks like we've created a new list. This is just saying our list will be hidden at first while we work on the details. When we're ready, we can click the button below to make it public so everyone has a chance to see it. So what that's telling us is that right now, this is a private list. You have a chance to edit it, modify it, set it up the way you want before everybody can see it. And when you're ready, you can click this public button and then save it. And now you've got a public list. So here's our URL, here's our embed code. You can share it on Facebook whenever you want to do all that. You're good to go. So that's pretty cool. First, we need to add some items though. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got no list items. We've always got the ability to change our categories here if we want. We're not going to worry about that now. Let's add our first item. So we are now prompted to choose a product from the catalog. We can start searching, or we can kind of go through these categories here, whichever is easiest. I've got a bit of a preset list that we're going to go from, so I'm just going to type a few things, and then I'll show you later how we can browse. I'm just going to start typing, and it starts there, core midweight. I'll go with this one here. So there's one item. I'm going to add another item. Let's go for the Jetstream jacket. So I'm going to type Jetstream. That should be good enough. Yeah, there's the items. Jetstream jacket. We'll do one of those. Let's do another item. Let's go Ascent pant. I'm looking for Ascent pant. There it is. So there's that one. We'll add one more. A few more, actually. Let's go for the Sitka beanie. Sitka beanie. There's one. Sitka cap beanie. That's a good one right there. So we'll stick with that. Let's see. We've also got the ability, you see this item type here is catalog. If we want, we can change it to custom or choice. Let's check out a choice. A choice presents the option to the user saying we want them to purchase boots, or at least have boots, right? So we'll say boots and add an option. And this is just like adding an item from before. It's the same presentation. So we're going to search for Mountain Extreme. So we've got two kinds of boots that we want the user to choose from. We want the non-insulated ones as the first option. They range between 465 and 505, depending on what size they choose. And we'll add a second option, and we'll call this one the Mountain Guide. See if that comes up with anything. There we go. We'll just go with this one here. So it's a little bit more. It's just a few sizes less probably. I don't see that price range. But there you go. So now they get to choose between one or the other. And you can choose one for them to start with and then give them the option of selecting none or just one whenever they're going through this, the user. So there's our choice item. Let's add another choice real quick. Let's say we've got custom insoles that we want. We'll just call this insoles for now. Say you might need these for the boots you just selected. And we'll add an option from the catalog. Let's use this. Let's see if we can go through footwear. And then we've got all of these things here. They're right here, but I'm going to go one more deeper, and I'm going to look at the insoles just so we look at just what we need. Let's start with blue. We'll go with the blue one. Let's add another option, and let's go back into footwear, and then insoles, and do orange. And let's add one more. Why not? Let's go back into footwear, insoles, and do something a little bit fancier. The Trailblazer Comfort. I don't know if it's fancier. It just looks fancier. There you go. So you got three options now for insoles. The user can choose one of those. You can enter a little bit more information about each one if you want, but they're really just insoles. We're going to move on. The last thing that we haven't looked at here is a custom item. So we've looked at catalog, we've looked at choice. Custom is when you're looking for something on the list that doesn't have a catalog item corresponding to it. So maybe the user needs to bring their hunting license. That's not something they can buy in the store. They'll have to bring it though. It's definitely required. So maybe the recommendation for this, the description says something like you'll need to bring your own hunting license. We cannot provide this for you. Okay. We don't necessarily need to link it anywhere. Maybe if we want to say Montana hunting license, maybe the website, that's not going to work, but go to like mt.gov/hunting/get a license and then say get a license here. Let's pretend that's a real website and see if we can get away with that. Suggested quantity, they just need the one. We've got the option for them to choose an icon for it. So maybe in here we've got, I know this is a pretty fun one. We'll go with that. So we'll be able to put a little bit of a graphical flair with the custom items that we've made. Another option here would be if maybe you've got something on Amazon, like a special propane stove that we can't, or maybe a propane fuel source or something that we can't sell on the website. You're going to go to custom and you're going to go to propane fuel tanks. And maybe they need 4 of them. And there's little things that they can fit in a backpack, 1 per person, something. I don't know. You'll need a few of these. We can give it a URL saying go to www. or maybe http://www.propanetanks.com. And say buy propane tanks. And this URL field, this will accept like an Amazon affiliate link. So if you're trying to get credit for things sold on Amazon, this is another way to do that. You can go and put any URL you want in there. I believe it has to start. See, this one's red because it's not a valid URL. Valid URLs have http://. And that's also not a valid URL because I made it up. We're going to keep going. Looks like our icon didn't take, but we're going to go there. Let's save it. Looks like we've got it saved successfully. That's good. Oh, that's right. We added a few things. Let me change this icon. That's right. We've got, I don't know, maybe there's a lantern. We'll go with that. Cool. So there's our list. We just created a list. Perfect. It's public right there. We can go ahead and go to the options here and see a little bit more about it. If we're not happy with it, we can go ahead and trash the list. It'll be gone forever, so be careful with that. Let's see. We can also, I'm going to refresh the page. We're going to see if we can, share the list. So this popped up once before, but this gives us a chance to copy the URL of the list. So if we copy this and go into a new window, this is what we're going to see. This is what most public people will see. So the customers, users on the website, this edit list button, you're seeing this because you're logged in and you made this list. So we can get back to the edit gear list screen by clicking that, which is pretty handy. And here's the list we made. It's just got the few items. It's got the choice of boots here. It's got the choice of insoles. It's got your custom items. And you've got the get a license button. I spelled that wrong. You've got the buy propane tanks button. That's pretty helpful. It all goes off site. So there probably is a propanetanks.com. That goes off where you need it to go. This is the public list view. So this is pretty handy. It's branded for you. It links back to your profile page, which we looked at earlier. Now your profile page contains a list, which is the one we've been working on. So it's a little bit more complete. We can go back to look at that list here. Let's go ahead and let's try the list. Let's see what happens. We can do list views, so kind of more compact, if you will. We can go back to the detail view. Let's choose some items. Let's get the forest. I just want the large. So that'll be 89. Let's see. I kind of want the black one. I like black jackets. We'll do large again. I know I should get camo all the way, but you know what? We'll do that. Open country. Let's do it. Let's go 38. I don't know what R is, but we'll do that. Sikabini. Yeah, open country. Cool. Keep going here. I think I want these boots. Let's see if they have them in my size. Yep. There we go. And then insoles. I'm partial to these orange ones. We'll go mail, and we'll go that one. There's that. And we know I need the hunting license, and I've got the opportunity to buy it there, and the propane fuel tanks, I've got the opportunity to buy that there. So I've made my choice. I don't need to choose any boots if I don't want them, but I want those boots. So we're going to choose that. Same with this. I don't need insoles, so I'm not going to choose those, but I want those, so I'm going to choose them. And you see below, we've got selected 8 of 8 items, and there's a subtotal. So if we add all this to the cart, that's what it should total up to be. So it's pretty cool. We get to see all that. User has an opportunity to share this list as well. So if I want to share this on my Facebook, I click that Facebook button and it goes right onto my Facebook feed. So all my friends get a chance to interact with it and share it themselves, visit it, get a chance to get their eyes on it at least. So that's pretty cool. We've got the print view. This will allow you to print it, kind of share it that way. Pretty handy. We've also got a help video. If you get stuck and you need help, you can click on that. Let's go ahead and add it to cart. Let's see if this works. Nice and quick there. Wow, went very quick. So here we go. It added everything. We've got the tops, the pants, the hat, the boot, and the insoles. Everything we wanted. And we can go ahead and proceed to checkout. Let's see. So at this point, we're one step away from purchasing the items on this list. It already pre-filled all the information I gave it earlier. My billing address here is populated from the outfitter information I provided. And we've got a list of the items that we added from the list right there, and they add up to the cost that was in the subtotal. And then we've got that shipping charge there, which totals it up to that. There's always going to be a charity that you're going to be submitting to. So even if you don't choose one, we're going to default and choose a charity for you and give some of the proceeds away, because that's how we do. Let's see. We've got test payment turned on. You can do PayPal or credit card. Everything works. Maybe we should just try it and see what happens. I think I've filled everything out. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, there it is. So I just bought items from my own list. So I technically should be getting the rewards points for that. We'll go ahead and check that in a moment. But that's the order. It's going to be sent to me. If I check my email, I should have an order confirmation, like a receipt email. I'm going to go back to my dashboard here. I'm not seeing points. I'll have to double check on that one. But there we go. So that's pretty much it. That's signing up. That's creating a new list. Here you can view all your lists. You can click that button to view every list and sort by them. And now this Western Montana rifle hunt, if we look on the public list here, we've got Clark Fork Adventures with Western Montana rifle hunt available right there for everybody to see. And if we even narrow it down to rifle hunting and search, boom, ours is the only one that shows up because we were smart enough to tag it so. Same goes for the Find an Outfitter page. If we end up here, we are now in the list, Clark Fork Adventures. We might choose a different logo because that's a bit redundant, but that's pretty cool. We ended up with all the other outfitters who've submitted their lists. Click into that and we'll see our public profile page. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You've got this little menu up here, which can kind of quickly get you over your lists or your dashboard. And then, yeah, from here you can sign out or keep making new lists. I think that's all I've got. So until next time, thanks for watching.